سورة النساء. Let's start سورة النساء. Illustration, explain detailed summary of Surah An-Nisāʼ. النساء. Surah An-Nisāʼ, chapter 4, the women, comprehensive summarized explanation. Surah An-Nisāʼ is the fourth chapter of the Qur'an, consisting of 176 verses āyāt. It was revealed primarily in Madinah after the Muslim community had become organized society. Unlike earlier chapters that focused mainly on establishing faith, this chapter concentrates on building a just, compassionate, and ethical civilization governed by divine guidance. The title An-Nisāʼ, the women, reflects one of its central themes: protecting the right, dignity, inheritance, marriage, and welfare of women, orphans, and vulnerable members of society. Central theme. The chapter teaches that a successful society is built upon justice, family responsibility, protection of the weak, honest leadership, obedience to Allah, social harmony, accountability before God. Its message extends beyond women alone, addressing every aspect of community life. Humanity comes from one Creator, verses 1. The chapter opens by reminding humanity that every person originated from a single soul. Allah commands people to fear Him, respect family ties, recognize that all human beings are equal before their Creator. This establishes the principle that discrimination, oppression, and injustice contradict God's design. 2. Protection of orphans. One of the chapter's strongest concerns is the protection of orphan children. Allah commands believers to return orphan properly, honestly, never steal their wealth, avoid mixing personal wealth with orphan wealth dishonesty, manage their inheritance responsibility until adulthood. Taking an orphan's property unjustly is described as consuming fire into oneself, illustrating the seriousness of this sin. 3. Marriage and family law. The chapter establishes comprehensive guidance for marriage topics: marriage based on justice, fair treatment between spouses, financial responsibility of husbands, women's material rights, reconciliation during family disputes, appointing mediators when conflict arises, divorce only after sincere attempts of reconciliation. Polygamy. The Quran permits marrying up to 4 wives only if absolute justice can be maintained. If justice cannot be guaranteed, marry only one. The chapter emphasizes responsibility rather than privilege. 4. Women's financial rights. Before Islam, many women could not own property. This chapter establishes that women have independent financial rights. Women may own property, receive inheritance, keep their own wealth, receive their bridal gift mahar, conduct financial transactions. Their property cannot be taken unjustly. 5 Laws of Inheritance, verses 11 to 13. One of the Quran's most detailed legal sections explains inheritance. Specific shares are assigned for sons, daughters, parents, husbands, wives, brothers, sisters. These allocations aim to ensure fairness and prevent disputes after death. 6. Justice in society. Justice is repeatedly emphasized. Believers must speak truthfully, judge fairly, avoid favoritism, return trust to their owners, fulfill promises, respect contracts. Justice applies equally to rich, poor, friends, enemies, relatives. No one is above the law. 7. Obedience to Allah and leadership, verses 58 to 59. The chapter teaches believers to obey Allah, His Messenger, those in legitimate authority. If disagreement arises, matters should be referred back to Allah and His Messenger rather than personal desires. 8. Hypocrisy. A significant portion discusses hypocrites. Characteristics include pretending to believe, supporting truth publicly with opposing it secretly, seeking worldly advantage, lacking sincerity, creating division among believers. Allah warns that hypocrisy destroys both individuals and communities. Relationship with people of the book. The chapter addresses Jews and Christians with both praise and criticism. It acknowledges earlier prophets, confirms previous revelations, corrects theological misunderstandings, invites all people to worship the one God. The Quran affirms Abraham, Moses, David, Solomon, Jesus, other prophets, while emphasizing that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam continues the same prophetic tradition. 10. Jesus, Isa. The chapter honors Jesus as Messiah, prophet, servant of Allah, messenger, born miraculously through Mary. However, it rejects the idea that Jesus is divine or the Son of God. Instead, it calls people to worship Allah alone. I will illustrate. From. Uh, I think we reached. Um, we reached. We did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll illustrate from 10 to 10 to 17 in the next video. Happy learning and enjoy. I'll see you over.